Test, test, 1, 2. Can you hear me? Hello. My name is Diversion. I have a build that I want to share. This build is a Strand build that uses the Strongholds. The Strongholds recently got some pretty good changes, and instead of doing a higher defense and healing on a counterattack, what it does is while you're guarding, you have a defense increase, and it gives you a perfect block bonus. And you get, excuse me, you get a restoration time frame for the number of shots blocked. You can see it there. Maximizes guard stats on equipped swords. You take reduced damage while blocking with the sword. Rapidly damaging targets. Damaging. After blocking with the sword grants restoration for a duration determined by the number of shots blocked. Now, this build I want to call the Threaded Necroblade. And the reason why is because the idea behind this is to use a sword and have as many possible little minions running around for you, the threadlings. Right, so you can use either wall you want, doesn't matter really. Tower and barricade, of course, gives you a better defense, I guess. Well, not defense, but like more of a cover area. Use whatever jump you want. I prefer strafe lift. Of course, you're stuck with that melee attack, and you want to use the threadling grenade. I'm using the Fleshed Storm and Into the Fray. Using Into the Fray for that defense bonus with the woven mail, and the Fletched Storm just because I like the Fletched Storm. You could probably make this build work if you used Dringur's Ash 2. This is the thing that shoots out the wave that suspends targets with your barricade. Probably do some fun stuff with that. Now for fragments, we're going to have the Thread of Transmutation. While you have woven mail, weapon final blows create a tangle. Threadlings travel further and deal additional damage with Thread of Evolution. Thread of Finality, finisher, final blows create threadlings. And then a strand weapon, final blow, has a chance to create a threadling. You see here, trying to put a focus on getting the threadlings, making the threadlings better. And now if you were to use the lash instead of the fletchet, then I would recommend switching out this one for this one here, Thread of Mind, that gives you class energy back when you defeat a suspended target. Right, now I'm using the Quicksilver Storm because I think it pairs pretty nice. Energy weapon doesn't really matter, and of course you want to use a sword. Try to link the sword to the Strand subclass if you can. I'm experimenting with them right now, but right now it seems that Chain Reaction does pretty good. And the Relentless Strikes to get more ammo back, because ammo is going to be a bit of an issue. I'm going to get the enhanced versions of these once I get the level. And I got the backup mag to get the 69 ammo capacity. It's a bit smaller without the backup mag. And then for the artifacts, I have these, the Cosmic Needler, or the Cosmic Needle, Strand Soldier, and Improved Unraveling. These aren't really necessary, but they do help out a lot. This build works pretty well without them as well. And this is the crafted sword from the Season of the Deep. The taken version of, I forget the name of the actual sword, but it's a pretty good sword. Now, its damage isn't the greatest, but that's okay, because if you can knock them down to a finish, you can finish them and you get your threadlings. Alright, now on the helmet, I have Discipline mod, 2 heavy ammo mods, and a harmonic siphon since I'm using strand and strand weapons. I have 2 of these because it increases the likelihood if I get an ammo, and that falls back to why I'm using the Quicksilver Storm. You can use any primary and energy weapon that you want, but this on here, primary ammo weapon, especially exotic weapon final blows, help you find ammo more quickly. Multiple copies of this mod increase the ammo gain per drop. Another good one could be the Monte Carlo as well. And then of course, the adjust them per champions if you need to. And then on the arms, I'm using a minor intelligence mod, firepower, to get an orb from the threadlings, get a strength boost when I get charges of light, so I can get my melee attack faster, because you're not always going to have the sword ammo, but we want to try to keep as much as we can, which is why we've got the 2 helmet mods and the particular weapon I'm using. And then heavy-handed, you want to get your orbs with your melee attacks. It doesn't work for the swords, but your regular melee attacks, it works. And then we come down to my chest piece. I've got recovery mod, void resistance, doesn't matter what resistance really, and strand reserves. So this will let me have the amount of ammo, increased amount of ammo for the weapon I'm using, and I'm using charged up, so I get additional armor charges. You could probably put another one of these down if you wanted to get a little bit more extra ammo. And on the legs, I'm going with the strength mod, a kinetic weapon surge to make Quicksilver Storm better, Strand Scavenger to help get more ammo from the blocks I get for heavy, and then a Strand Weapon Surge. You could probably put another surge there if you wanted to, just to make the sword just a little bit stronger. This sword really isn't the strongest. And then on my mark, I have another recovery mod, 2 time dilations. This makes my armor charges last significantly longer, and you want those to last as long as possible for the damage bonuses on the surges. And then proximity ward, so when I do a finisher, I've got an overshield, and hopefully I've got sword ammo so I can recover from that, be protected while I'm finishing somebody, send a couple of threadlings out, and then get my guard up and hopefully hit somebody, start healing. And then my stats, really not the greatest. Seems like a fair spread, I guess. And then the armor I'm using, nothing special, just seasonal armor from Season of the Haunted, because it's kind of hard to match anything with the strongholds. So I'm going to jump into a terminal overload for a little bit here, just so we can kind of show the capabilities of this build. Terminal overloads are really not that hard, but they're decently hard, and I think they're a good way to show the capabilities of this build. So I'm going to go silent for a little bit, maybe make some comments while I'm showing you this, and enjoy. There will be a lot of blocking with the sword, of course, so you get your perfect guard. So I got 38 perfect guards there, and then when I hit something, I get a restoration. As I'm killing things, got threadlings popping out. Alright, so my ammo is getting low. Look at how much damage I can take. We want to try to keep a little bit of ammo in there. That way, if we run into a tight spot, we can block, hit something, and start healing. Tapping into the fray so I can roll them now. this overload thing, watch out for turrets. Turrets are noises. You know, the ammo drop is, you know, based on the RNG gods, of course. But I've been messing with it for the last couple hours, and it definitely increases the rate that I get. Now it is a sword. You gotta be kind of close up, up first to make it work out pretty well. But the storm has the severing thing on there too, so my damage on the sword as well as my surges once I get my orbs. Heavy brick there. Watch out for the explodies. Still hurt a lot even on the block. And that is why I haven't used my super yet, in case anybody was curious. When you're fighting this last boss, you want to make sure you destroy those crystals. You got to watch out for them. There's big red boxes that will shoot out little robots that'll put you in like a prison bubble, like that next boss does upstairs. There's one of the bubbles. And this build in my hands is pretty. There's the square, there's the robot. This build I consider mid in my hands because I'm not, I'm not the greatest. I'm fair at best, but I think somebody better than me. Some of those elitists that we have in the community probably do pretty good things with this. So hopefully this gave you an idea about how to work with that build. And the idea behind using the Thirdling build is to try to have as many minions as possible. Like, follow if you liked it. Give me comments, feedback, criticize me, whichever. I have a solar build too that I want to share. If I get a good enough response from this one, I'll share it. Good day.